Risk Alliance supports the cybersecurity community. We connect industry professionals with each other through events and digital products, expert networks, and our trusted insights. As our SVP of Commercial Operations, I keep things running smoothly across the company, overseeing customer success, sales ops, IT, and enterprise projects. So we had no sales IP. I like to call it sales IP, where we have the sales insights, activities, what they're doing with the clients. We had no visibility into what sales were doing with our clients. Our contracts were the Wild West. We had no uniformity across them because we didn't have the proper tools. Marketing had no data to work with, and our reporting across the business, particularly around forecasting, was limited and really inconsistent. The platform we were on was so bad, we had no other option but to move to a new platform. The limitations that we had across the business as a result means we were doing everything suboptimally. So putting in Salesforce meant updating the way we did absolutely everything across the organization, which was really important to our growth and maturity. Primarily, Sweet Potato is outcome focused, which was a really big selling point for us. We aren't constantly in starts and stops and change orders with them. The entire team is deeply engaged in learning how we do things at CRA, really understanding the cause and effects of current state and also future state and the impact that it'll have on our business. They're highly ambitious while being balanced about scope creep. So we were able to integrate 6 other platforms at the same time in our first launch, including Marketo, our AR system, DocuSign, and Monday.com. Sweet Potato has extensive experience in our industry, events and media, as well as a lot of data experience. So they designed and successfully implemented a solution that addressed specific needs we had for revenue recognition, billing, forecasting, as well as taking care of data migration from various platforms. We heard over and over again from our employees that it was the most successful Salesforce rollout anyone had been a part of, which was really great. It's almost impossible to explain what this project meant to the organization. We went from a CRM with 20 users and poor adoption at that to an ecosystem that almost our entire company now uses. We track community relations. We have deep sales insights and financial reporting that we did not have before. We've enabled marketing outreach and lead tracking. We even have a speaker database for our extensive event network. Our client programs are pretty involved, and we have a lot more visibility across the organization, both for our customer success teams and fulfillment teams within Salesforce. And one of the biggest impacts we've seen is the integration with our AR platform, Sage Intacct, which Sweet Potato was able to facilitate soon after we went live. It has been key for our accounting and finance operations and reporting. I've never worked with a better partner than Sweet Potato in 25 years of doing this. They go above and beyond for us every single day. They're outcome focused and heavily embedded into our business processes and able to constantly evolve with us and push us for more evolution. And they solve for anything that comes up, which is frequent, whether it's growing our functionality or just dealing with the day-to-day bugs that we may have. It seems like they work 24 hours a day, although I know they care very much about their employees' life balance, which is really important to us. Sweet Potato really had to push us on Agentforce. I felt like it was too much for CRA this year, but their phase testing plan and fast-tracked innovation in this area convinced us we had to stay abreast of this technology. We've run tests that generated almost immediate revenue, and we now have a roadmap of where we'd like to take Agentforce for the coming year. Salesforce has even done a case study on our customer-facing launch, highlighting both CRA and Sweet Potato. Heading into next year, we will continue to work with Sweet Potato to evolve our AI efforts around Agentforce and predictive analytics for our sales team and for forecasting. We're also prioritizing advanced sales and fulfillment tools to further build out supporting our daily operations and reporting. Sweet Potato will be a huge part of our support for the year and getting to those initiatives.